Good evening and welcome to What's Happening Now with CNI Solutions. I'm Brittany Fry and we are here for Women's History Month. Due to not having Mr. Charles and Mr. Brewster, I kicked them out for Women's History Month because we're all about women power, right? So don't forget to click like and subscribe for CNI Solutions. Today we have Miss Tierra Holley with Lemon and Sage Day Spa. Today we are highlighting what Miss Tierra Holley and Lemon and Sage Day Spa has to offer. And remember, with Women's History Month, we're celebrating women who tell our stories. How you doing, Miss Tierra? Welcome to our podcast.
Yes, thank you for having me today.
All righty, it's really good to have you. So let's talk about Lemon and Sage Day Spa.
Okay. So what would you like to know about Lemon and Sage Day Spa?
How did Lemon and Sage Day Spa start? What was your motivation behind starting your own business?
Okay, so Lemon and Sage Day Spa started about 4 years ago, right before the pandemic. And I actually had been doing nails and dreadlocks, natural hair, makeup, an array of beauty services.
Okay.
Going back as far as 2006, 2007. So I just tried everything. And after trying so many different categories of beauty, I started to gain interest in the aesthetics.
Okay.
I would provide waxing services, just eyebrow waxing services, to some of the clients that I serviced on the campus of Alabama A&M. I worked there in a barbershop for a while. And there were a few girls.
Go Bulldogs, even though I'm a Georgia fan.
Absolutely. I'm actually currently a student at A&M too.
Okay, that's great.
Yes, I'm going back to finish my degree in business. But yeah, so I was there providing these services on site on the campus. And there were a few young ladies who would come to me and get brow waxing services, and they just refused to go to anybody else. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, hey, I might be onto something. I might be pretty good at this. So I started doing research and took a certification course for Brazilian waxing.
Okay.
And so I decided early on, okay, I want to be one of the best. I want to be fast and make it not hurt as bad as it, is known to hurt. So that's how I got started with offering the aesthetic services and decided to go ahead and open up a place specializing specifically in aesthetics.
Okay. So that certification on Brazilian waxes.
Yeah.
You offer a Brazilian wax.
Yes.
What's the process with that? Because I know I would be definitely terrified to do it. So
rightfully
walk
so.
me through it. Walk me through it.
Rightfully so. I think that everyone is terrified to get their first Brazilian wax. But it can be very beneficial. When you remove the hair with wax, the hair is coming completely out of the follicle. So you're not dealing with a lot of the aftermath that you get when you shave. So it's definitely better for the skin. It helps to decrease the likeliness of hyperpigmentation. But what to expect? You would come in and we would prep the area that we're removing hair from. We would do that by applying a powder. Mm-hmm. So it'll absorb any excess oils or anything that's on your skin that can interfere with the product. After that, we would use wooden sticks to apply the wax. And then we'd let it set for just a second, and then we remove them quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, we come back and treat the skin, replenishing the oil that we removed at the beginning of the procedure.
Let's focus on this quickly, how you said that. So am I going to be screaming like I'm on the 40-year-old version when he had that wax hair put up his chest?
I hope not. But I've definitely had those experiences with some first timers. But my thing is I'm going to do everything I can to keep the client as comfortable as possible.
Okay.
And make it as seamless as possible.
Okay. Let's see, because I have so many questions going on in my head right now.
Now, I want to know that even those that did have the 40-year-old virgin experience, they still came back.
Okay.
It's one of those services where you're like, what did I get myself into? But right. You enjoy the results. So you're like, okay, I think I can do this again.
Yeah,
and it gets easier every time.
Like how I had my first tattoo, I was terrified, but now it's a repeat customer.
Yeah, I definitely can do a tattoo. Yeah, I'm terrified of that, of the needles.
It's just like that wax. Once it rips off, you're in there. But let's say Me and my friends want to have a girl night.
Okay.
And we call Lemon and Sage Day Spa. What's the process with booking an event, or whether we're going to share the space or we're going to have the space to ourselves, depending on what?
Absolutely. So we do have a quaint, intimate spa, and we can accommodate up to 6 guests simultaneously inside the spa. However, we do also offer parties outside of the spa. So I have a few other entrepreneurs in the area, business owners that I've partnered up with, so I can host private parties at their locations.
Okay.
One, for example, would be Wine and Design in Madison. She has a beautiful paint and sip studio. And she also has a private area so that if a group wanted to host a paint and sip party and incorporate facials or waxing, we could do that offsite.
Okay. So we're mobile. I love this.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay.
We can go to your home.
All right. Miss Tierra Holley with Lemon and Sage Day Spa says she's mobile, so she'll go where you go. Okay, Miss Tierra. So give me some advice for our upcoming entrepreneurs. So like here at CNI Solutions, we offer entrepreneur classes to those who want to start their business. What advice would you give someone coming into our program wanting to start their business?
First, I would just say to focus on a mindset shift. Go from thinking I wish to I can and I will, and I'm going to take these particular action steps to get to the next step that will take me to the overall picture where I'm trying to go. I think that sometimes entrepreneurship feels like something that's far off in the distance, but it's really just a matter of setting goals and making action steps.
Okay. And I have some students in my current entrepreneur class that we're in that are into healthcare, skincare. What advice would you give them when starting with how distribution and if it was something that they can come talk to you and partner with Lemon and Sage Day Spa to get some of their natural care products serviced or viewed in your store?
I would say definitely to focus on having a niche or something about your product that you can quickly share that is different from other products that are on the market. Be ready to sell the benefits of that particular product, not just say, hey, this is what I have to offer, but this is what you can get in exchange for experiencing this product. As a spa owner, anything that I put on my shelves or onto my client's skin, it has to be of high quality. It has to be safe, and I need to be able to quickly and efficiently sell the benefits of those products.
Okay. All right, that is great. So let's go back to some of these services you're offering, because you already got me hooked with the Brazilian wax. What else at Lemon and Sage Day Spa that you can hook me to coming on in there sometime this week or weekend before we go?
Yeah. So we do offer Brazilian waxing. There's levels to the Brazilian waxing within itself. So you can start with a basic bikini wax where you're just removing the hair outside the panty line. This is for someone who just wants to have it cleaned up. You're going to the beach soon, not quite ready for the full 40-year-old virgin experience as you refer to it as. But we have that option, and then we have more of a spa version of that, or a deluxe version that includes the steam treatment and mask after the waxing. So that's what we offer as far as waxes are concerned in that area. But we offer full body waxing, so you can come in and get an eyebrow wax or chin wax or underarm wax, even your legs. So it's not just Brazilian. That's just what we're known for, what we specialize in. And then also we do skincare.
Alrighty. Okay, with the skincare, let's talk to me about skincare.
Okay.
Is it for like eczema, cirrhosis? Is it any type of skin, dry skin?
Yeah. So we can, any skin issue, we can help you to maintain or improve your skin. If it's beyond the scope of our practice, of course, we would just refer you to a dermatologist. But essentially, we work hand in hand with dermatologists. So they give a particular regimen or treatment plan, then we help you find products and services on the menu that align with that plan.
Okay.
I'm actually certified in acne scarring, sensitive skin, and psoriasis,
Okay.
and eczema. That was important to me because I personally have eczema. My mom has psoriasis, and I know how it is to be out in public and being self-conscious about what's happening with your skin, and you have no control over it. So, I was sure to, take continuing education classes in those areas, as well as make sure I have products that are safe for people dealing with those particular skin concerns.
Okay, that's good to know because my whole house has eczema.
Really?
Absolutely, from my spouse to my children.
Yeah. So, are you guys using oatmeal products?
I actually don't have big issues about mine. It's more when the weather changed for me, but I have a 3-year-old that is activated every moment of the day, and it's bad. Yeah. So what ages do you service?
Any age.
Any age. Okay.
All the products that we use are safe for all skin types, all ages. Oatmeal products are definitely great for eczema and sensitive skin, and we have therapeutic masks that just kind of help heal and replenish the moisture in the skin. But like I said, we do all kind of facials. So I have facials for anti-aging. I have facials for antibacterial acne prevention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Hey, moms out there, you can go get your Brazilian wax or lemon and sage spa while your kids get treated for their eczema. Just all one big happy family, right?
One-stop shop.
Alrighty, Miss Tierra. Let's talk about motivation behind what keeps you going and wanting to expand on lemon and sage.
Yeah. Like I said, entrepreneurship is something, as a child, I always envisioned having businesses. I would ride up and down the parkway and just look at the different signs, Krispy Kreme, Burger King, McDonald's, and I was always infatuated with, how they came about, like how did this chain start, or whose idea was it to put a yellow arch,
in McDonald's?
Yeah. So, I've always been very much fascinated with entrepreneurship. I'm a nerd. I like to watch the shows on the History Channel about how these different companies started, listening to their stories and things of that nature. So it's something I've always been interested in. And so now that I'm actually in it and I have experienced these ups and downs and hardships, I think I oftentimes just go back to, 10-year-old Tierra and say, okay, even though you're going through this or experiencing this, what is it that you're aiming for? And it's to take advantage of free enterprise. There was a time where women, especially women of color, didn't have opportunities to be business owners.
Absolutely.
So it's a privilege to me. And I'm reminded of that and about how I want to be able to be an example that is possible. And I think that's a part of my motivation to keep going. Also, I just like to pamper people.
Listen, and I'm one of those who like to be pampered. Look, women, we know we like to have our mommy days, our days. Lemon and Sage Day Spa sounds really amazing at the moment. Listen, in the spring break, so I know y'all parents want to go ahead and and I hope with Lemon and Sage it's not just only offered to women, to men. Okay.
Yeah, we definitely have services for the men as well. And I started to say it's hard for women or mothers to just take that time for themselves, but I'm realizing that it's the same for men as well.
Absolutely.
A lot of people they spend the majority of the hours of their day or their week serving or catering to other people, and just really can't seem to make it a priority to
take care of themselves.
Yeah, take care of themselves, and even if it's just 10 minutes or 15 minutes of just laying still and relaxing, having a hot towel in your face. With some of our express services, we design them for the busy person that doesn't really have the time, or they feel they don't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so for males or females, even teens that are experiencing some of the, the stress that comes with just being a high school student,
Absolutely.
it's really important to make self-care a
Or in my
priority.
case, a middle school student, because middle school is really hard.
Yeah. And then not to mention the hormones, that's when a lot of people start having their first acne breakouts, and just, being able to have some time to just unwind and be able to receive the education that they need.
Okay. For those parents with those teen girls with that acne, what services are recommended for them?
I would definitely suggest that they come in and get my most basic starter facial, which is called the essential facial.
Okay.
Come in and we'll do a basic steam treatment to release any of the sebum that's possibly clogging their pores. After doing that, we would cleanse, exfoliate, moisturize, and I typically provide at least a week worth of samples for them to use to just kind of get an idea of what works for them. So I would say that just to start off, and then after coming for that first appointment, we could select a more customized facial for the next visit.
Okay. And I go to that point right there where I have a 12-year-old who has used every product in the world for her acne, and her face is still dry and she still has the breakout.
Yeah.
Essential still, or are we going to upgrade to another package because now we know?
Well, with the essential facial, when she would come in, I would actually take what's called a woods lamp. It's basically a UV lamp, and it's surrounded with a black bag that's placed over the skin with the lights off, and it will show us exactly what's happening underneath the surface of the skin.
Okay.
So it kind of eliminates some of the guesswork, the trial and error,
Okay.
So I'll be able to take a look and see exactly what her skin is in need of, and then go from there.
Okay, that is amazing. Women's History Month comes so short and leaves so fast.
Right.
It does. What advice would you have for women in general, not just entrepreneurs, but just being a woman to woman and giving them some type of advice? What would that be for them?
I would say just don't forget about you. I think sometimes we just end up, in the process of being mother, sister, wife, friend, we end up at the bottom of our to-do list. So I think that it's important to every now and then just stop and evaluate, where am I falling in this list of things that I'm doing on a daily or weekly basis. And if you find yourself at the bottom or at the middle of that list, go ahead and bump it up to the top.
Right, because sometimes we parents and women and men, everybody, we just need our time.
Exactly.
And it's no better time than to have at a spot where you relax. I know the atmosphere is beautiful. So, Miss Tierra, what can we find Lemon and Sage?
You can find us online, www.lemonsagedaySpa, Instagram, Facebook, same, Lemon Sage Day Spa. And our Huntsville location actually has a bridal lounge attached to it as well.
Okay.
And so if you want more information regarding the bridal services that we offer, which are the ability to actually find your wedding gown or bridesmaid dresses there, or of course to arrange a bridal spa package, I have a separate site and Instagram handles for that, which are lemonsagebridallounge.com and Instagram and Facebook, Lemon Sage Bridal Lounge.
Okay, y'all guys heard it. Where to find Lemon and Sage? We got Facebook, Instagram. We have a Huntsville location. Come on out. Let's see what Miss Tierra Holley has to offer with her day spa. Miss Holley, before we close it out, can we know if you have any opportunities or any networking events or anything where our visitors and our viewers can see?
Yes, absolutely. So we are preparing to open up a second location in Decatur. So I am looking for a licensed service provider to provide facials and waxing at that location, as well as the Huntsville location. Other opportunities. I will be hosting a basically it's called our client appreciation banquet. That will be happening in August. So you stay tuned for that because there will be opportunities for other businesses to showcase their businesses at that event as well.
Okay. All righty, you guys. Here at CNI Solutions, we love Women's History Month. We love to celebrate our women because we know without a woman, we would not be here. But we want to thank you guys for tuning in to Miss Tierra Holley with Lemon and Sage Day Spa. We will see you when we see you. Just remember, your yesterday is not your today, and your today is most definitely not your tomorrow.